G'day and welcome to another CruiseAway show, the only show in Oz that seeks out the greatest cruise and stay adventures worldwide, adding exciting city stays and experiences to deliver you the most complete holiday getaway at the best price in the business.
Yes, we absolutely do. And in the show, we once again uncover some of the most popular cruise journeys there are. The longer, more immersive repositioning cruises. Now, cruise ships have seasons and move to different parts of the world. And those are the journeys where you have more cruise time to immerse yourself into the wonders of ship life.
And enjoy a broader set of travels at the same time. Now, these are magic, and we'll show you as we head off with Kunard's Queen Victoria from Sydney to Hong Kong in February in 2027, covering Oz, Indonesia and the Philippines along the way. It's quite some holiday.
It certainly is. And with Princess Cruises in November of 2027, we'll take an epic 22-night enchanted cruise through Europe, the Mediterranean, Canaries and across the pond to Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, tell you what, these trips are brilliant for explorers who really like to travel. Let's get started then on a very popular Royal Caribbean cruise from Sydney across to the wonders of Hawaii on the 14th of April in 2027. Now, this is a 19-night trip, already booking up fast, and you'll soon see why. And you'll be joining one of my favourite Royal Caribbean ships, Anthem of the Seas, in Sydney, to start what will be your 16-night cruise adventure.
Oh, this is going to be wonderful, isn't it? Goodness, heading on board Anthem as well. And for over 2 weeks. Magic, look, there you are, Derek. Yes, I mean, you're of course enjoying all the interactive art around the ship. That is one of the things you'll probably notice the minute you get on board. It's the details. It's the details on Anthem. They've really thought of everything. And this is an entertainment epicenter at sea. If you've never been on Royal Caribbean before, be prepared to be absolutely wowed by the scope of entertainment on offer. There is the North Star, which pivots 360 degrees around the ship. It's higher than the Sydney Harbour Bridge. I fly, you're getting ready to fly there through the sky, Derek. It's amazing. I mean, this is indoor skydiving. Maybe it's something you've heard of because there are centres in Oz and you haven't been because you'd be paying just a significant amount of money to do it back home. Well, on board the ship, you've got options of doing it, you know, in a way that is in a nurturing environment where other passengers as well will be having a go. It's all about having a go, isn't it? Now, there's also the bumper cars, as you just saw there. There is the rock climbing wall, which is so much fun. The flow rider, you can learn to surf at sea as well. Oh, wow. I mean, but just look at these staterooms. Gorgeous, comfortable, relaxing. Not that you'll be spending a whole lot of time in there. I'm sure you'll be out and about and seeing what the incredible ship has on offer. But just so you know, you've got the option, of course, of ordering room service and relaxing and watching great movies or catching up on your stateroom television with things that have been going on around the ship, because they film everything, like, you know, events-wise for you. So, you know, the shows, the talks that go on in the theatre. So if you miss anything in particular, you can watch it back, which I love. I love that they think of everything on a cruise. By the way, when you're on board Anthem of the Seas, there's actually on-board shore excursions you can do, not just all of the entertainment we mentioned, but they have things like a behind-the-scenes tour, cocktail mixing, wine tasting, or beer tasting flights as well. So these are things you can book up whilst you're on board. At the same time, of course, planning what you're going to be doing ashore and booking excursions ashore. Now, the Bionic Bar, this is fantastic, and you always find there's a big crowd watching because you can actually create your own cocktail. Yes, you can. You can create a signature cocktail on board, or one of the many favourites will be whizzed up for you as well. But the 270 Lounge, this is a dedicated entertainment space aside from the main theatre, where you can watch incredible shows with the robotic screens that change depending on the show. They have a dedicated cast just for that venue alone. It's wonderful. You'll be well fed and well watered and well entertained on Anthem. Now, we're cruising out of Sydney for 16 nights. First up, we're into Papeete in Tahiti, a tropical city where island rhythm meets French flair. Now, you might want to take the 4x4 safari into the lush interior and see waterfalls and fern-filled valleys there, hidden mountain pools as well. That would be magic, wouldn't it? A short sail brings us to Moorea in French Polynesia, which is a beautiful island of volcanic peaks and lovely turquoise lagoons, as you see. Coral gardens blooming beneath the surface. Now, why not head out and learn about the locals? Then it's Raiatea. Raiatea is a sacred island to the ancient Polynesians. And you can head to the Murray temples or the Tapa Tapa Tea, which is the ancient burial ground, and learn about thousands of years of Polynesian civilization. Then we're into Honolulu, and you have got an incredible 2-night Waikiki hotel stay here in Honolulu once you disembark, which is fantastic. And wow, what a place this is. Now, this is the capital of the Hawaiian Islands, Oahu, and it has so much to offer you, from incredible waterfalls to lush rainforest through to beautiful snorkeling in Hanauma Bay, Pearl Harbor as well, which is amazingly historic. And after your lovely hotel stay there in Honolulu, we're going to fly you back to Australia. Lots of time at sea to enjoy the ship. Of course, we're embarking in Sydney, off to Tahiti, French Polynesia. Loads of sea days to do all of the fun things on board, and then that little mini break in Oahu on Honolulu to just cap it off. It's just wonderful, this itinerary.
Yeah, it certainly is. And actually, you do need the extra time on Anthem of the Seas. Having been on it, you know, there's a lot to do, there's a lot to see. And, you know, even over a longer cruise like this, you might not get to see it all. But to have extra sea days is brilliant because, as you can see, there's lots and lots of different activities for you to enjoy. There's great shows. I mean, We Will Rock You, the Queen show on board is honestly, it is brilliant. It's spine tingling. It's great. So you can have a very exciting and vibrant time on Anthem of the Seas on this holiday from Sydney to Hawaii with your Waikiki stay and your flights included. Already very, very popular, and this will show you why. This price tag will show you why. I mean, this is beyond full board with Royal Caribbean as well, because so many of those attractions and shows and entertainment and parties and parades and this, that and the other, they're included as your fare as well. And Royal Caribbean is the cruise line for everyone of every age. Amazing restaurants on board, all of those fun attractions that you don't necessarily get to do at home that you can do with the whole family, and also things that take you back in time as well. You know, dodgem cars, roller discos, things like that. They're brilliant. There's also plenty of relaxation spots. You saw the solarium there, which is just such a haven of calm. It's wonderful. This is just a great time all round for everyone. So remember, your 19-night trip starts in Sydney with 16 nights of cruising with so much included. The dining, the shows, the activities, the fun, and your service charges are there as well, so there's no tipping to do on board as you cruise across from Sydney across the South Pacific to Tahiti and French Polynesia, ending in Honolulu 16 nights later, enjoying a 2-night stay there in Waikiki before then flying home, all for this amazing price tag. And here is just an overview of everything that you get as part of this holiday, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Remember, it's still a deposit today only to lock in that price tag, and lots of you have already. I'm not surprised one bit. The value here is brilliant. Remember, on one of these repositioning cruises, it's all about having more nights of cruise to actually enjoy, and you will love it. You know, from the fact that everywhere you go across the ship, it feels different. You know, in terms of the dining, you've got, you know, some big names on board as well. You know, Jamie Oliver's Italian is really, really good. It's so funky, it's so different. You've got such a massive array of choices on board. Remember, it's just a deposit today, and I have to tell you, for the length of cruise, your upgrades there to get you to balcony is next to nothing more. So I would really think about doing that, because you've got lots of different choices of balconies as well. So call us today, toll free 1300 407 687, and let's get you booked on what will be one heck of a cruise. It'll be great fun. There'll be a great atmosphere on board. As I say, there's lots for everyone to do, lots of daytime entertainment and activities, lots of wonderful things to fill your evenings as well. So if you like dancing till dawn, you know, even that's a possibility on board with Royal Caribbean as well. So just jump in and enjoy that right now. You've got the number to call us for any advice as well, 1300 407 687. Good start, hey?
Yeah, what a good start. Now to another of the many popular repositioning cruise adventures that you can enjoy. And this time, a very popular 22-night getaway from Oz to Hong Kong for the 24th of February in 2027. Starting in Sydney, enjoying the high life and ocean view from Cunard's Queen Victoria. Now, this is a real capital O opportunity to be able to cruise on this vessel from Oz. Only really happens once a year if you're lucky, once every 2 years, once every 5 years sometimes that Cunard come out here. And I just think this is going to be utterly spectacular. Now, Kunard literally wrote the rule book on cruising. They created it because the White Star Line, the original ships that were once Cunard, were the very first cruise ships, essentially. And they just celebrated over 170 years at sea. Wow. So you'll get to enjoy all of the hallmarks of classic cruising. This, for many cruisers, is the pinnacle of their cruising career, once in a lifetime cruise for many Australians, and just experiencing the high life like nothing else because it is the Cunard way. Look, you can even learn to fence on board. How fancy is that? Or maybe just watch. Now, one thing I love about Cunard, having been on the Victoria about 3 or 4 times, very lucky to experience this ship as a guest lecturer. Loved every moment of it. I love the staff and crew on board. They're wonderfully welcoming. But I really did enjoy not just the dining room, but also the Queen's Room and Queen's Gallery. Now, this is a double height ballroom with incredible crystal chandeliers and classic wooden ornate dance floor. So during the day, you can enjoy incredible afternoon tea here, which is included every single day, by the way. But in the evening, it's your chance to show off your strictly ballroom dancing skills. If you are a dancer, you and your partner love to ballroom dance, you can do it every night. And in fact, a lot of people cruise Cunard just to enjoy the nightly ballroom dancing. But you might be like me, you might just be watching it all happening. You could do that too. And the good news is, if you want to learn, if you are an avid, shall we say, a wannabe dancer, then they'll have professional dancers on board to teach you during the day, whether it be salsa or tango or, just line dancing or ballroom or whatever it might be. Love that. Now, you've seen some footage of the incredible food on board, whether it be pub grub in the Golden Lion pub or your nightly fancy, fabulous dinner, which is all included, by the way, in the Britannia dining room. You'll be absolutely spoilt when you are on board Queen Victoria. It's one of the biggest features of the ship, the Britannia dining room. And actually, interestingly enough, it's different tiers depending on whether you are cruising in suites or whether you're cruising in your regular stateroom, just like the traditional cruising is. So we're starting 19 nights with an overnight right on board in Sydney Harbour, which is wonderful. This is the best hotel in the world, being on the harbour, seeing the incredible Opera House and Harbour Bridge lit up from your stateroom balcony, glazing out onto the ocean. Amazing. Then we have a couple of days at sea, which sees us into Airlie Beach. This is the way to see the Great Barrier Reef for sure by cruise ship, and you might want to take a shore excursion to fly over the Whitsundays by seaplane and take in that aerial view of Hart Reef. That would be unforgettable, wouldn't it? Sailing north, we head to Townsville, which is a proud maritime city crowned by Castle Hill, and of course the world's largest living reef is just beyond the shore, so this is another opportunity to get out on the reef or head up to the Billabong Sanctuary perhaps. Further north lies Cairns, and this is where the tropics really pulse with life, so you might want to head out to the Daintree Rainforest or Kuranda Railway and up to Cape Tribulation with the bouncing stones. That would be amazing. But of course, you can also head out on the Barrier Reef there. Then it's Bitung in Indonesia, which is a harbour actually ringed by volcanoes, because these are very sort of geothermal lands, and also known for their amazing spices. Head out on excursion to learn about the ecosystems of this island. It would be amazing. Then we're into Puerto Princesa in the Philippines, which is a city where an emerald jungle gives you these lovely aquamarine coves and mangrove rivers to visit. And you might want to head to the subterranean river and do a guided tour learning all about that. The voyage sails onwards to Manila, where it's a real city of contrast. Of course, this is the Philippine capital. You'll see lovely Baroque churches beside glass towers, and also a real rhythm that never sleeps in Manila. It's a very bustling city. Then we're into Hong Kong, where we actually have an overnight on board, followed by 2 nights hotel stay. So 3 nights total in Hong Kong, which is wonderful. And This is such a vibrant, bustling city. It really is. You can wander the flower markets of Mokok, ascend Victoria Peak see that morning haze over the harbour, and then in the evenings, stroll along the Sim Chow Shim Promenade, where you'll see glowing lanterns, ferries crossing, and just the grace and culture and grandeur of this amazing city. So here is an overview of your epic itinerary, sailing out of Sydney, no flying needed for many of us, heading to Ellie Beach, Townsville, Cairns, Bitung in Indonesia. Then we're into the Philippines for 2 fantastic stops before we finish up with a perfect little mini break in Hong Kong, where you can shop till you drop. And then we're going to fly you back to Oz after all of that excitement.
I tell you what, this is going to be a special one as well. A really special one. You get to enjoy the ocean view on this offer at a very, very special price tag as well. There aren't many places remaining for this, so if you want to grab it, I would be as quick as you possibly can. This is the Kunard lifestyle at the most just dreamy price tag, I would say. You can book this with a deposit today, and I would do that if I was you, because look at the length of the itinerary and just the breadth of the travel that you're enjoying here. And the package inclusions itself, I mean, this price should be so much more. This is part of the World Cruise, and it's always going to sell out well ahead of time, because they always do. So it's your 19 nights of voyaging ocean view from Sydney on Queen Victoria, cruising to Hong Kong via our own ports, Indonesia and the Philippines, and you have the final night of your cruise on board in Hong Kong, and then you stay there for 2 nights in a hotel as well, which is great. And we've also got transfers included for you that take you from the end of the cruise to your hotel in Hong Kong, and then again at the end of your hotel stay back to the airport to fly home. So actually we really have taken care of everything here. And when it comes to Kunard, everyone sits up a little straighter. Everyone feels a little greater from being on one of their amazing voyages. They're not just a cruise, they're a voyage with Kunard. Here's everything that's included for you. Afternoon tea you were talking about, Joe, as well. You can actually arrange to have that sent to your stateroom as well in the afternoon, which would be quite a nice little thing to do, wouldn't it?
Thank you.
You know, a nice little upgrade. It's worth a treat, isn't it? You know, in doing it. But, you know, it's every day. You could enjoy that every day on your voyage if you want to. And it's just so lovely because actually, you know, daytime and nighttime are 2 completely different things on a Kunard voyage as well. So you can relax and be casual and comfortable during the day, and it's in the evening you can enjoy that lovely grandeur, the dressing up, the fine dining, the fabulous theatre. You know, I mean, and that's the real joy. It's just a balance for everyone. It's wonderful. And there are so many more people who are Kunard voyaging as well. If you want to know more, just give us a call right now, toll free 1300 407 687. And so, my friends, to our final repositioning cruise in this special from CruiseAway, and we are looking ahead to the 10th of November in 2027 now, with the Princess Cruise from Europe heading transatlantic to Fort Lauderdale in Florida. Now this is 28 nights away all told, beginning by flying from Sydney to historic Rome in Italy, and you'll be staying in the city for 2 nights in a hotel, so plenty of time for you to enjoy all the wonders there.
Yes, and you've got to throw 3 coins in the fountain at the Trevi Fountain. Apparently it means you will return to Rome one day. There's the Trevi Fountain, of course. Down every alleyway, down every street and corner, there is amazing history dating back thousands of years in Rome. It never fails to surprise and enchant. And of course the cuisine is top notch. Now it's time to cruise on board the beautiful Enchanted Princess for 22 nights, heading through incredible Mediterranean ports and then on to Florida. Wow. Look at the piazza though. I mean, this brings the magic of Italy on board the ship. You've got shops, you've got the Good Spirits International Cafe, the Bistro Sumer, so it's a big central focal point right there. Sabatini, Salty Dog, Ocean Terrace Seafood. I love that the boutiques are there too. Everything's easy to find. And talking of boutiques, when you are on board, you could be shopping till you're dropping, because there's lots of tax and duty-free shopping to be done, and including diamonds and fine watches if you want to maybe upgrade your engagement ring. And then there's also princess branded merchandise and clothes for formal nights. So that's a fun thing to do. By the way, they have deck sales every every single day of the cruise, whether you're at sea or whether you're in port. So with lots of discounts on offer. So do, keep your eagle eyes out for that. And saying that, there's also up in the spa, they do special promotions, particularly in port. Now, here's a little tip for you. If you decide for some reason not to head into port, it's actually nice and quiet on board the ship, and they often do promotions and discounts. So just a little tip for you if you're having a lazy day and thinking, you know what, let's just enjoy the ship and bask up there on the deck in the sunshine. But of course, there is so much to enjoy ashore. But what I love about Princess is they really do welcome you home after you've been out on excursion in the very best way possible, with delicious food offerings and fantastic entertainment. And if you're feeling pooped out and tired from your day exploring, well, you can just relax in your stateroom. But when it comes to live music, they have a really good focus on the Enchanted, on your live music in lots of different venues, actually. The Irish pub, for example, would have something tailored towards that, with kind of, Irish-inspired music. You'll find in the theatre, sometimes they bring on guest musicians from different parts of the world alongside offering you the Princess signature cast who do several shows throughout the voyage. And there's the spa. Yeah, you can be up there every morning if you want to on the treadmill, getting your steps in. Now, 22 nights out of the port for Rome, Civitavecchia, and a day at sea will see us into Corfu, which is an island brushed by Venetian grace with pastel mansions, beautiful hillsides, and a wonderful market in the town centre. And do pick up some Greek keepsakes while you're there, like the olive oil. Then it's Kotor in Montenegro, a walled jewel, which is tucked actually into Europe's southernmost fjord. It's great sailing where the mountains plunge into beautiful waters, and take a tour up to the castle while you're there. Then it's Dubrovnik along the coast, which is an incredible city. Marble streets, terracotta rooftops, unforgettably beautiful. And you do want to definitely explore the downtown. If you miss the downtown, you're missing Dubrovnik altogether. Then it's Naples, and Naples has this chaotic energy to it. I love it, this buzz. And if you're downtown in Naples, you've got to hunt out the world's oldest pizzeria, but also Capri's not too far away, the summer capital of the rich and famous. You can head there by hovercraft. We're into Civitavecchia, the port for Rome, and you have another day in Rome, which is great. So you can, near Rome, so you're an hour away. If you don't want to head into Rome, you can just enjoy the surrounding area of Civitavecchia, and they do have a thermal springs not too far away. Palma de Mallorca's next for a nice chilled, relaxed vibe. And an excursion to do here would be journeying into the Tremanta Mountains for a visit to the hilltop village of Valdemossa, which is really beautiful and picturesque. Sailing onward through beautiful oceans, we arrive in Gibraltar, where Europe definitely meets Africa. That limestone rock, the iconic rock of Gibraltar, houses the Barbary macaques, which are cheeky little so-and-sos. Yeah, you've got to go and visit them. Then we're into Casablanca, which is beautiful Morocco, a mosaic of Art Deco facades and spice souks, and the Hassan II Mosque, which is also an incredible building to visit. And you can do a best of highlights tour of Casablanca. Then it's Tenerife in the Canary Islands, a landscape of fire and sky. So it's a richly volcanic land, this one, and black sand beaches will shimmer in the sunlight. You can head on a whale watching tour, some of the best whale watching in the world actually in Tenerife. Then cross the Atlantic brings us into Fort Lauderdale, where we'll disembark, but we're not heading home yet because we've got 2 nights in a hotel, which is great. So although it's officially winter in this part of the world, it's never really winter in Fort Lauderdale. It's got lovely climate, subtropical, similar to Queensland. So you will see, lovely beach days on offer all throughout the year, and great shopping in Fort Lauderdale as well. Las Olas is a particular favourite of mine, a beautiful quaint little avenue of boutiques. So here's an overview for you. So we are flying into Rome, enjoying a couple of days there before we head off on a Mediterranean adventure through Greece, Montenegro, Croatia, some more ports in Italy. Then we have a fantastic stop in Palma de Mallorca before heading into Gibraltar in North Africa, Tenerife, and then ending up in wonderful South Florida in Fort Lauderdale before we fly you back to Oz.
It's like a shopping treat at the end, isn't it? It's wonderful. I love it. I love this whole holiday. Again, this kind of repositioning opportunity is brilliant. So with this one, you've got the Rome stay and you've got that double cruise on Enchanted Princess for 22 nights. and then the shopping treat at the end in Fort Lauderdale with a stay there. So it's 28 nights all told, and this price I'm about to give you includes the flights, the stay, the double cruise back to back. Check this out. And these are the deals which no one else seems to show you. I mean, this is the needle in a haystack when it comes to planning big holiday adventures. And you've been so many places. When you get back from this holiday, you've been to so many different places. And that price tag, honestly, you have to look at it and say, wow, I need some of that. You'll fly from Sydney to Rome, included in that price, 2-night hotel stay there, over 3 weeks of Enchanted Princess cruising to Greece and Montenegro and Croatia, and then your second cruise to Palma de Mallorca and Gibraltar and Morocco and Tenerife in the Canary Islands, and then across the pond you go, enjoying the ship, enjoying all the fun stuff there, and then landing or finishing the cruise in Fort Lauderdale and staying there for 2 nights before your flight back to Oz, all included in that price tag. It's just amazing, and you should snap it up as quickly as you possibly can. You could do that today. Here's everything that's included for you. It is so, so good. Remember, it's just a deposit if you want to lock in that price tag right now. Bear in mind that we are showing this to the whole of Australia right now. So there's a lot of eyes on this show. There's a lot of eyes on that price tag. There's a lot of eyes on that phone number. And that phone number, remember, is toll free. You can call us 7 days a week. If you've got any questions about cruising, about this trip, maybe there's a way that you want to change it in some way. Maybe you want longer when you go to Rome. Maybe you want longer in Fort Lauderdale. Maybe you want somewhere else in America after Fort Lauderdale. To Miami, to Vegas, to Orlando, to wherever you like, we can make that happen as part of your holiday as well. And we can build it around your plans. That's the greatest thing about an opportunity like this. But when you've got a starting price like that, then you really need to take advantage. So call today, 1300 407 687. Remember, that is toll free. Now, there are many other of these amazing repositioning opportunities, and they are so, so good. It makes sense. Do you know what? I was talking about cruising for years and years and years until I knew about what a repositioning cruise was. Yeah. And it makes sense. You know, a cruise ship will do a season in one part of the world, and then it switches to another part of the world to go and do a season of cruises there. And it's that journey between the two seasons which is golden, because often they are longer journeys. Yeah, you get more time at sea, but that's more time to be pampered, fed, entertained, chill out, relax, have a real holiday, and still see all of these different places. It's just, I love it. I'm so glad when we found out about it.
They're the hidden gems of the cruising world, aren't they?
They are.
Repositions. And yeah, giving you so much value and, you know, so much time on board the ship. And that's what we want more of, isn't it? We want more time to enjoy, sit back, relax, and also see our favourite destinations. So check out the deals on offer, cruiseaway.com.au. We have an amazing inventory of cruises. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and other shows on YouTube as well. We're always there for you.
We certainly are. Listen, thank you so much for your company. If you fancy a good holiday, a longer holiday for less, you know where to come. So I hope you will come back and see us again for some more from CruiseAway.
See you soon.